your thoughts on all of these threads. Very welcome, because what has been the response to President Trump's invitation then to the Russian President Vladimir Putin? Not wholehearted enthusiasm in Washington, I imagine.
No, and a surprise, another surprise in what's been a pretty remarkable week of surprises following that summit with Russian President Putin and that fairly remarkable press conference, news conference with him earlier in the week, and some, give and take, some things that the president said he misspoke on. But he apparently has invited the Russian president to Washington this fall. Not members of his own administration were surprised by this. The National Intelligence Director, Dan Coates, was on the stage at the Aspen Security Forum and asked about it, and he was surprised. He didn't know about it, and he then recovered and said, oh, well, that will be interesting. So it's a surprise, and again, the question comes up on Capitol Hill and among analysts and among some of his own advisors as to why he is extending this invitation. What is the reason to have the Russian president in Washington after their earlier meeting took place in Helsinki?
Yes, indeed, and other threads coming out of that Helsinki meeting, aren't there, Jodi, about, for example, Ukraine, what has been promised or discussed with regards to elections, referenda in Ukraine. But let's talk about something else that President Trump has been busy doing over the last 24 hours, and that is jarring financial markets with his comments about rates. How is that playing out?
Yeah, this is the first time in several decades that a sitting president has made comments about Federal Reserve policy. In this case, President Trump saying he was displeased with Fed attempts to continue to raise rates. This is viewed as something that, the presidents try to keep independence from the Fed, allow the Fed to be independent. Some have said that this could actually backfire on the president. Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary, and some analysts are saying this may give some Fed members cause to go ahead and raise rates if it's a close decision in a bid to show their independence from the executive branch.